So, if you watch my channel, you know my absolute disdain for the weirdo Hollywood liberal elites. And I got to tell you, it's getting worse every single day, and especially after the Charlie Kirk assassination or silencing, whichever one you want to call it. We all know that a lot of these liberal nut jobs in Hollywood were sitting in their glass houses celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. We already know that, all right? Most of the weirdo people on the left, that's what they were doing. I mean, hell, go to TikTok. They're over there celebrating like crazy. And in a time where we should be trying to find roads to come together, which in my personal opinion, I don't know if that's even achievable anymore. And I got a video coming up about that very thing. And in my last video, I literally talked about that. I don't know if we can get back together. The left has pushed so hard that I don't know if I want to get back. I don't know if I want to get back to the middle with them, because we have tried. We have tried since Obama. We've been trying to get into the middle to help to meet the liberals in the middle, and they will not. A liberal will not walk 1 inch towards the center to find common ground with a conservative. So it's gotten to the point now to where, you know what? I don't even want to find common ground with them anymore. I have no desire. And I'm literally at the point to where, you know what? Let's split it up. All you liberals go west, all the conservatives, let's go east. And let's just draw a line right in the center, because it's getting to the point where it has become impossible to talk and debate with a liberal anymore. So, but in light of all that, when everybody's screaming right now that the two sides got to come together, we don't need to be divisive. We need to find our common ground. What happens from the Hollywood liberal weirdos? Well, they decide that they're going to go on a boycott and reject anything from Israel. Any Israeli film project that comes across is going to be boycotted, and it is supported. The people that are really behind this is Emma Stone, Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, that's how it's pronounced, actually. Joaquin. It's not Joaquin. Joaquin. What the hell's his name? Joaquin Phoenix? Give me a break. That's Joaquin Phoenix. And nearly 4,000 other unhinged liberals. Well, in light of all that happening, when the people on the left who are celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk are over there screaming in the public eye, we need to find common ground. We need to lower the temperature. But realistically, they're celebrating behind closed doors everything that's going on. They decide to divide even further, because that's what liberals do. Liberals don't understand cohesiveness. They don't understand coming together. All they understand is divide. So in all this, Paramount, thank God Paramount has a brain. Paramount comes out and says, you know what? We're not going to support this. We are not going to support this. And what Paramount said was absolutely brilliant. So for that, I got to give Paramount a round of applause for not sticking with all the woke nut jobs over in Hollywood. So let me go ahead and read this for you here to give you an idea of what's going on. After nearly 4,000 industry figures signed a pledge vowing not to work with Israeli film institutions, Paramount issued a statement rejecting the boycott on Thursday. This is what Paramount said. At Paramount, we believe in the power of storytelling to connect and inspire people, promote mutual understanding, and preserve the moments, ideas, and events that shape the world we share. This is our creative mission, reads a statement issued by Paramount Chief Communication Officer Melissa Zuckerman. So Melissa Zuckerman, again, absolutely fantastic that you come out and you said this. Moving on, we do not agree with the recent efforts to boycott Israeli filmmakers. Silencing individual creative artists based on their nationality does not promote better understanding or advance the cause of peace. Okay, do you understand that, liberals? I'm going to read that again for you. We do not agree with the recent efforts to boycott Israeli filmmakers. Silencing individual creative artists based on their nationality does not promote better understanding or advance the cause of peace. The statement continued, the global entertainment industry should be encouraging artists to tell their stories and share their ideas with audiences throughout the world. We need more engagement and communication, not less. Way to go, Paramount. Fantastic. Just because of that, you have kept me as a viewer to your movies just because of that. Because in a time that we truly need more dialogue, because the left-wing nutjob liberals who are, like I said, secretly celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, are out there on the news right now, on the airwaves, trying to promote peace, trying to, we got to come together. We got to have more dialogue. And then in the light of all that, what happens? The left-wing liberal nutjob elites in Hollywood decide they want to be divisive again. Well, I got to ask one thing here. What about good old Gal Gadot? What about Gal? All right. She's Israeli. She was in the IDF. She was doing what a good Israeli should do. She goes into the military to support her country and her citizens. And yet now she is stuck in the middle of all these hypocrites in Hollywood. So what about Gal? Do they hate Gal Gadot now? Are they going to threaten her life? Because I got to know what's going to happen. Now, let's be honest. Gal Gadot, not the greatest actress in the world. Now, I'm not going to knock Gal Gadot. Let me finish what I'm saying before you get on a tizzy. She is not the greatest actress in the world, all right? She is beautiful. We will give her that. She is a lovely, lovely woman, all right? And she's probably very nice. I don't know. I've never met her. I got to be honest. Don't really care to meet her, but she's probably very, very nice. But in her lack of acting ability, everybody has that one role that I think they're just born for. And in this case, Gal Gadot's was Wonder Woman. Now, even though the liberal woke nut jobs got a hold of Wonder Woman 1984, which was just a piece of liberal woke trash and ruined what could have been a very good franchise for DC, Wonder Woman, the original Wonder Woman, the first one that she did, I thought was absolutely brilliant. I liked the plot. I liked the story. I thought Gal did a fantastic job playing Wonder Woman in that movie. Now, outside of that, is Gal going to have a big stellar career? Probably not. But what they need to do is get an actual writer who's not a woke turd, get an actual director who's not a woke turd, and do just a serious badass Wonder Woman for Gal Gadot. Because I think she owns that role and did a very, very good job at it. It's kind of like Superman. To me, Superman is Henry Cavill. Superman's never going to be this new guy. What did he come off of? Twilight or some shit like that? But I got to tell you, my wife and I went and saw Superman, and we got a video coming up. We went and saw 5 movies back to back to back to back to back because we waited till all the hip hop, slowed down about it and all the reviews came out. We watched all the reviews, then okay, let's go make up our own minds. So we're going to talk about the movies, even though it's months after they came out. We're going to do it anyway. But Superman, horrible, terrible. The plot sucked. The writing sucked. The directing sucked. Everything about Superman sucked. And the actor is not Superman. It is Henry Cavill, and I think they made a horrible mistake getting rid of Henry Cavill at this point. But regardless of that, what are they going to do with Gal Gadot? She is Israeli. The people that surround her hate everything about Gal Gadot. They hate everything about her. They hate where she's from. They hate the fact that she is Israeli. They hate her just for being Israeli. They hate the country of Israel. They hate everything Israel. So what about Gal? Is Gal Gadot's career now going to end because none of these fruitcakes will work with her? Is that what it is? Because here's the deal. If they do work with Gal Gadot, then that makes them a hypocrite. So which one is it, you weird Hollywood liberal elite nut jobs? Are you going to stick by your demented beliefs and that Israel is the end-all be-all of evil, or are you going to be a hypocrite and work with an Israeli? I'm pretty safe to say that they're going to be hypocrites because they are all hypocrites. But the simple fact that they are willing to go out there and say we don't support anything from Israel whatsoever just shows you how divisive the left truly is. And Paramount, I got to tell you, and I got another video coming up where another guy said something about the left and the right and the division between the two, and he hit the nail absolutely on the head. And Paramount, this was absolutely brilliant what they said here. So I don't know what Melissa Zuckerman, what her background is. I don't know if she can't be a liberal because this is something a liberal would never say. We need more engagement and communication, not less. That's something a liberal would never say. So I'm going to say she's probably an independent. And God forbid if she come out and said that she's MAGA, she would lose her job instantly. So, but the organization Film Workers for Palestine published a pledge on Monday, including approximately 1,200 signatures from the industry figures at the time of publication. Those who have signed the pledge declare that they will no longer work with Israeli organizations that are implicated in genocide and apartheid against the Palestinian people. This is amazing to me. The Palestinian people voted in a corrupt government called Hamas. Hamas attacked Israel. Israel did what Israel had every right to do, defend itself. And I hate that Palestinian people are getting caught in the crossfire, but that is war. That's what happened, okay? What's going on over in Ukraine? This isn't a war between its citizens. It's a war between the ideology of two governments, and the citizens are the ones paying the price. So I don't want to hear you whine and cry about the Palestinian people, okay? And if Hamas, if they were real men over there, they wouldn't be hiding behind the Palestinian people and using them as shields like they like to do, or the Palestinian people would just simply vote in a better government. Okay? That's how it comes down to. So once again, I must say, liberal elite Hollywood leftists, hypocrites. There you go. Inspired by filmmakers united against apartheid who refused to screen their films in apartheid South Africa, we pledge not to screen films appear at or otherwise work with Israeli film institutions, including festivals, cinemas, broadcasters, and production companies that are implicated in genocide and apartheid against Palestinian people. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm pretty sure that there is no film companies over in Israel that is over there creating genocide against Palestinians. So it's kind of a stupid statement to make. But the people who are supporting this, the ones who are backing this, is Emma Stone, Olivia Colman, and actor Mark Ruffalo signed the initial pledge that was published on Monday. All right, so let's get something straight. First off, Olivia Colman, no idea who she is. Don't care. Olivia Stone, is that her name? What's her name? Emma Stone? I actually like Emma Stone. I think she's a pretty decent actress. It kind of pisses me off to see her on here because now I won't watch any of her movies. Now, Mark Ruffalo, he's a dork. He's a turd. All right. I don't like him. I don't like his acting. I cannot understand what he says 90% of the time. It sounds like he's got a mouthful of rocks, and when he talks, it's just like, you know, if he deepens his voice a little bit, he's going to have a little Sylvester Stallone in him. I don't know what you, or maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger. But I can't understand shit that he says. I can't understand anything the guy says. I don't know how you become an actor and you don't know how to speak. That is absolutely mind-boggling to me. But this is what I want to know now. There are a few more of these nutcases that signed on to it. Let's see. Emma Stone, Mark Ruffalo, Hollywood heavy hitters, whatever. Since then, the list has gained thousands of additional signatures, bringing the total to approximately 3,900 as of Wednesday. Those who have recently signed on to the pledge, some notable names include Andrew Garfield, Bowen Yang, Elliot Page, and Joaquin Phoenix. All right, Andrew Garfield, don't care. I'm sorry. The guy's never going to be an A-lister, so I do not care. Bowen Yang, no idea who that is, don't care. Elliot Page, don't know who that is, don't care. Joaquin Phoenix, he's a weirdo. This guy's an absolute straight-up weirdo. I saw him on David Letterman not too long ago, and he would just, either he was drugged out of his mind or he was drugged out of his mind. Because it was one of the worst interviews I've ever seen. And Dave was literally trying to push this moron along to get some kind of conversation out of him. And all of his answers were yes, no, maybe, okay. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. You're a weird nut job, Joaquin Phoenix. You're a weird nut job. So this is what I want to know before I wrap this up. What I want to know is I want to know who these 3,900 people are on this list. This list needs to be revealed so I know whose movies I need to boycott. And apparently at this point, it looks like pretty much everybody from Hollywood is on that list. Now, I guarantee you Mark Wahlberg's not on that list. I will promise you that. I'm pretty sure that some of the greats that have aged in years are not on this list. So although Jim Carrey could very well be on this list, you know, and, you know, he's a whole different story because he could have been the next great one, Jim Carrey. But he kind of got a little stupid and kind of shot himself in the foot. But he could have been the next great one. But I'm sure some of the older greats did not sign the list because they're like, okay, this is stupid. This is just idiots being idiots. But all these young, you know, these Emma Stones, these Joaquin, whatever the hell his name is, Phoenix, and all these other nut jobs I've never heard of who signed this list. All right. I want to see the list so I know whose films to boycott. Because I'm pretty sure Gal Gadot is not going to be on this list. So that means if that is the case, besides Mark Wahlberg and probably a few others, looks like I'm going to have a life of watching Gal Gadot movies. Because at this point, she's the only damn one I feel like supporting.